Well, hi, everybody, and welcome to the Galactic Astrology Podcast. My name is Ursula O'Farrell with the Ascension Playground, and I'm joined by the podcast co-host, Julia Balaz. As many of you know, Julia is the founder and creator of the Quantum Soul Guidance Practitioner's course. And today we are so excited. We are celebrating our newly certified practitioner, Valeria Bustos, who is based in Chile. And she's here to celebrate with us, and we're going to learn her story. So welcome, ladies, and congratulations, Valeria.
Congratulations and welcome. So excited. Can't wait to hear your story. So
Thank you
interesting.
so much. Thank you, Julia. Thank you, Ursula, for this space. And yes, so we can meet each other finally.
Yes, what a blessing.
The energy is so high vibe. I've earlier this morning gone to visit Valeria's incredibly beautiful and resonating website. So we're going to be first learning a little bit about Valeria and her background, and then we'll get into her website because it's so beautiful. So Valeria, I get to ask you, tell us a little bit about how you come to the spiritual path and how you found Julia and her beautiful site.
Oh, yes, I really want to talk about this, especially about the website because it's so special. I was, well, since a child, I kind of knew that I was from other places. I had some memories, and but I really doubted myself also because I was like, with a family that wasn't into these spiritual things like at all. So, well, then I had this kind of starseed awakening, and I read Dolores Cannon's books, and oh, I felt this peace when I read these books. And well, then I felt this guidance, and I started to do readings like for starseeds, for knowing like their starseeds origins. So I was using these Lisa Royal's Oracle cards and my own Akashic Records readings. So I was doing these readings, and I was like, I had this written report that I was giving people, in which I was like, okay, this is like your galactic origins, and these are also like your challenges. And I was like suggesting them like spiritual homework. And so this was like my report. And well, then I started to receive this guidance like, okay, you can use also astrology and fixed stars, but I didn't know really how to do that or what to do with this information. And well, I remember I searched like in the internet, like if someone was teaching this, because I also was told like someone is doing that. So I searched, it was like I probably like 2 years ago. I searched and I didn't find Julia. It's so funny. I didn't find her, so I just forgot for a while about that. And this year, like 2022, I had this intuition, this moment, and I searched again in the internet. I was looking for something like, no, like astrology for starseeds. I was looking for that. And well, this time actually I found Julia's website, this galactic astrology, and was so amazing. So yes, amazing. I am so grateful because you put all this together, which is a lot of work, I believe.
Yes, thank you for this acknowledgement. I am so excited to hear about people receiving guidance from their spirit team about, searching for certain information, and it's there. It's so amazing. I remember when I used to facilitate QHHT sessions, I had this prayer. I often visualized my higher self. I sent my higher self off talking to other higher selves up in the galactic realms and let them know that I'm available to help. And I often heard messages like this where people just receive it from within their own being and found me somehow. So I just think it's so amazing how life works. Total magic.
Wow, I just feel this energy around that pathway. And it's interesting, had you found Julia 2 years ago, I wonder if things would have been a little different. But I wanted to echo with you too, Valeria, that the course is like a fire hydrant of amazing information. And I'm going to just call out for if you've studied astrology or you've dabbled with astrology, that this is a safe place to come and join, whether you're a beginner, intermediate, or advanced. And it's just about, as Valeria is indicating, tuning into your higher guidance. And when it's time, come join us, because there's over 300 of us around the world. And so I love that, Valeria, you speak both English and Spanish, and you're offering now these incredible reports of people's galactic astrology records, soul records in both languages.
I just want to say that, yes, at the beginning I was doing only Spanish, and actually I didn't know at that point if they were really into these galactic themes. And actually a lot of people, they were like really into this. And then I felt, yes, maybe like because English is this like unifying language in this moment, so I felt like, yes, I want to add English too. So yes.
And I'm glad you did. I can see your YouTube channel and Instagram channel growing steadily, and you're providing some really amazing content. And you can totally feel your frequency coming so from the heart, from the soul. It's so pure and such a joy to watch. So I'm so glad you're now also offering some of that valuable content in English. Really well done.
Okay, well, I am sharing Valeria's beautiful site called galacticrosetemple.com, and you'll understand quickly why I got so excited looking at this site. First of all, she's calling out the priestess energy, the divine feminine, the rose as metaphor, and she's going backwards on the timeline to our ancient remembering and knowingness, and then quickly into the stars. So Valeria, Julie, and I would love to know, you're calling out the Andromedan and Lyran mission with a Venusian influence right away on your homepage. Would you make a few comments about that, especially for people who are new to what does that mean?
I really feel like these Andromedan and Lyran energies, well, they are like the strongest. If you see my galactic astro chart, these Lyran and Andromedan frequencies are really present in myself. And something that I also learned with this course, with this galactic astrology, is that these Lyran frequencies, they always were really available for me. This more divine masculine energy, actually. I was really embodying this energy, which is like this strong energy, this kind of brave energy, actually. And then I had this awakening, this divine feminine awakening. And at that point, I also felt like I started to really integrate these Andromedan energies, So I really, when I tap into these Andromedan frequencies, I really can feel these divine feminine energies, these priestess energies, and yes, so I really felt like both of these energies guided me to put this website like there.
Well, I'm getting a chill just looking at this. You're talking about your mission. And for anyone just listening, I'll just read out your mission. It's to help embody your soul essence with ease and grace. and you offer different services to help each of us remember our exact galactic heritage, lives in other star systems, missions in other star systems, connections with different beings and stargates. And for those of you who want to know your galactic purpose or galactic karma, Valeria's site is here. Again, Galactic Rose Temple. But let me go ahead under the word sessions. And at the top of your site, by the way, there's a point here where you can read your site, Valeria, either in English or in Spanish, but it's up here at the top left corner. And under sessions, let's just see how you played with this. And before we came and started recording, I had asked you, now, Valeria, is this a relatively new site? Because, or because of Julia's class, had you created this? And your answer was?
Okay, so yes, I had a website before and I deleted all that was in that website. It was, I don't know, I didn't feel that what I feel when I watch this website, because with this website I feel this like it's something bigger than bigger than me. So this is the feeling that I want to project. Actually, some of these images were in my past website, but some of them are new, and yes, I can feel something really new and more sacred with this website.
Oh, you did a really wonderful job at presenting this. And I hope you have a place somewhere for your clients' testimonials as well, because when you submitted your certification request reports, I was amazed with the feedback and transformation that people can experience with your readings. I'm going to have to find a clever way of start sharing these testimonials from all our certified practitioners, because they're really just unbelievable and totally a fuel behind my jets for us to keep going and sharing this message with as many people as we can.
I agree. And from what I'm getting on what we're looking at here, Julia, is a bright star, Valeria, who is coming back. And you're, just from the images you're sharing, Valeria, you've got crystalline energy, you've got dolphin, you do have galactic, but you also have this idea of the ancient. So I see the temples behind. So there's this idea of opening up to the divine mysteries, but in a very foundational and loving way. It feels grounded for those who want to remember their star stories and where they've come from.
Yes,
Amazing.
totally. I love this, like when you really get to ground these cosmic energies, and this is for me the essence of the priestess energy, to really ground being in this breath.
I'm curious if you're attracting a certain type of clientele where it's people that have that very frequency within them as well. Like usually the Atlantean starseeds, souls that lived on Earth when Atlantis was in its full glory, they seem to be incarnated here at this time and attracting other souls from Atlantis as well. Do you find that pattern in some of your sessions, or at least the percentage?
Yes, I will say like maybe 60% or something. I mean, it's not just Atlantean souls, but yes, actually, I will say that where I live, there's lots this big Atlantean energy. Lots of people here, they are embodying this energy, and they remember being on this Atlantean time. Yes.
So reminder again, you live in Chile, yes?
Yes.
And I love how you and Julia shared Dolores Cannon with QHHT, quantum healing hypnosis technique.
Yeah.
I think I got that right. But I love that foundation because it's a way to engage into this third eye knowingness. And so I'm just looking again at your material and I'm thinking, my goodness, a reverence for the divine feminine and priestess arts. Did you know early on and you may have said this, but it's just, I mean, I love how people know things or hear things early on. I know you said you had guidance, but are you hearing it from like clairaudience, or you just kind of know in the whole body knowing?
I will say it's more this knowing, this I just I just know, I just remember, it's more that I sometimes like hear more, or sometimes I am more like this in my third eye, but I will say it's more this inner knowing. I just feel like I remember, and I sometimes I can't doubt when I know it's like my soul, like my soul speaking.
I would like to take this opportunity and highlight this for people who are new to paying attention to their extrasensory senses, information that comes from the non-physical, that many people have the expectation that they or need to see or hear as clairaudience and clairvoyance, so hearing and seeing. But many people have the claircognizance, which is the knowing. I had that issue myself many years ago. And when I had my own quantum healing hypnosis session in regression, I asked, well, the practitioner asked for me, why don't I see? Why don't I hear when I, for whatever reason? And the higher self said, you have the claircognizance. So you need to acknowledge that and allow the knowing be good enough. And once that clicked, my intuitive abilities went so much better. And it's about the trust and that the knowing is good enough. And it's really like a quantum download. There is so much information in it. Whereas with hearing, you just have one layer, seeing another layer, but knowing is like a full quantum package. So I hope this will help someone listening.
Yes, so if I just can add this, yes, it's so true. I have seen that a lot of times when people really resonate with these galactic themes, they usually actually they have more active this claircognizance and clairsentience, and they doubt a lot. So this is about really trusting this knowing, this inner knowing.
Yes.
I think if people want to sign up for a session with Valeria, if you have these questions, if you've had these weird things that have happened, hearing something, seeing something, Valeria could be a wonderful guide. And then I'd like to segue as we look at the future, going backwards to Atlantis again. So if there are those hearing this message that have some inkling that maybe I was there too, or let me have a session with Valeria to find out, do I have this connection to Atlantis, this time of remembering? I mean, I felt that Atlantean energy when I looked at your sessions, given the dolphins, given the crystals, and I know they were working with sound. So it's this idea of, as we've forgotten so much, it's this new time of remembering as we're moving in through this amazing photonic belt of light that we've never been in before. So Valeria, I'd love to have you talk with us a little bit about the future. So we've done a shout out for anyone thinking Atlantean. Is there anything else around the secret mystery schools, though, of the divine feminine that you'd like to talk about going forward? Like, are you noticing or sensing anything as we move along the timeline and going into 2023?
I feel that Atlantis, like this golden age, I feel that this was this moment in which there was this balance, actually, this balance between divine feminine and masculine energies. So I feel that this part of Atlantis is so important to really retrieve this, and I feel that we have, like, on this earth, this great potential to start to bring more of these divine feminine energies, actually, because we are already with a lot of masculine energies. So we are, especially in this spiritual community and in the galactic starseed community, we have this great opportunity to start to bring more these divine feminine energies, these energies of ritual, of embodiment, devotion, using our bodies because when I started to look for these starseed content and galactic history, actually, I was feeling these really masculine energies, and it was really useful, and I am super grateful. But at some moment, at some point, I felt like, whoa, I really want to, to bring these more feminine energies. You can know about galactic frequencies and this galactic history, and also complement that with this divine feminine, with different practices of embodiment. I feel like unifying these galactic and feminine frequencies is so important, and it's a great opportunity that we have now.
What an amazing message, and so on point. Thank you very much. I will be reflecting on this a lot and see how we can invite even more tangibly our community to bring more of the feminine into the embodiment and practice of galactic astrology. Thank you.
Thank you so much for this space.
And then one last question, Valeria. Is there any message you'd like to offer your classmates who are still working through the course materials as they move towards certification themselves? Was there a moment in the course that you thought, what did I get myself into? Or did it just feel like you were already swimming in the deep end and you felt like this was so familiar?
Well, actually, it felt really familiar, but at one point when I started to do the reports, when okay, I knew like okay, I have to do this, I have the idea, this structure, but like the very first report that I mean, I did for someone like not myself. I was like really afraid actually, like what if I forget something, this kind of doubt. But at that moment I just, I invite everyone. You can take a pause, like take this moment and invite spirit, invite spirit to work through you. And when you do that, it it just flows like every lesson in the course, every practice that you do, every report that you do to other people. This is so important. So yes, that helped me a lot in that moment.
Invaluable. Living aligned with that prayer makes everything so much easier. I can attest to that. Thank you so much. That's a really important message.
I know. So we just, on behalf of Julia and I, thank you, Valeria. And then between Valeria and I, thank you, Julia, for creating and broadcasting and anchoring in this important material. So anyone listening who might be interested, you can always start with an online Galactic 101 astrology course. When you go to galacticastrochart.com, go ahead and pull up your own natal chart, see if it resonates with you. And if you like to learn more about how to figure out the tea leaves, check out the first 101 course. And then for those who want more, there's the advanced Quantum Soul Guidance Practitioners course. So we thank you and congratulate you, Valeria, for sharing with us today. Thank you so much.
Super well done. Congratulations. Best wishes.
Thank you so much. Thank you both of you, and thank you for this galactic community.
Much love. See you all soon.
Bye.